Go, go, go!
This is going to be so good.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang!
All right. Let's get this show started.
Stand at attention, please.
Sister.
We are pleased to welcome you aboard Air Canada. Your safety and comfort are important to us. We ask for your attention as we outline the safety features of this aircraft.
Nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada. Votre sécurité et votre confort nous tiennent à cœur.
Yes! We have to show some respect to the underdog of the tournament. We are talking about the Copa America, and we are talking about, obviously, the upset of the whole tournament. Am I right? Other than Panama. But that's not
are
really
we on
upset.
Canada's airplane? Because if we are, can I eject? Before it
No.
crashes?
This is Canadian Airwaves right here. We on the, what are they, BBC CTV, ATV? I don't know what it is, but
I think it's BBC.
whatever.
Do we
It's
have
probably-
how many drinks has Denzel Washington had on this flight? Is he on this flight?
No. But we have the guy who did blackface formerly, Mr. President Jean-Le Pierre. What's his name? What's the president? Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that those blimps from airplane driving this
Yeah, the
Oh,
blow-up
yeah.
pilot. The autopilot.
Yes, that's right.
The Terrence
absolutely.
and Phillip Cope autopilot.
Terrence and Phillip. I should have had one of their drops. That would have been good, but no time for that. Speaking of the panel, we got Mr. Mac Albart. Say hi today. Or
Hello.
say Guten Morgen, as you would say in your country.
Well, it's evening now. I guess I should have put something Dutch evening phrase.
Calling in all the way from Dutchland. We will be talking about Euro Cup 2. And the Mr. Professor, where are you today?
I'm in Japan. Don't you see where my picture is?
Oh, yeah. That's right. What's her name? His name again?
Good.
It's a woman, dude.
Good Devon.
All right. If you say so, that's up to you.
Oh. Gay.
Good Avon.
Gay, so gay.
Good
All right.
Avon.
So what do we so what are we talking about today? Let's start off at the upset of the day of the tournament. What is your take, Mr. Mack, on Canada versus Venezuela? Oh,
That was like 5 days ago.
okay, but we're recapping the tournament.
That was,
what do you want me to talk about?
Friday.
Okay, we haven't done a show since then. We're live. Can you not destroy me with the talk back? Stop talking back. Go ahead.
No, yeah, it's pretty surprising Canada's made it this far. It's
Yeah,
shocking.
absolutely.
Say
What
the
did you think
least.
about the game? What did you think about the game?
It was
Forget
good. It was a good, entertaining game. Way more entertaining than any of the last 4 Euros games.
Holy smokes! Entertaining. It was so exciting, and I was standing the whole time. And then I didn't think Venezuela was going to score. But what do you think, Professor? What was your take on that game?
Canada played really good. They were running. They looked fast. They had that one. It was like either number 14 or 20, the one white boy. I was like, man, I thought they only played hockey, but they were running and they looked way better than Venezuela until like the one goalie made the mistake.
Yeah.
And the Venezuelan made the goal from like heck of far away, but
the chip shot?
The chip shot. But for the most part, Canada was like kind of dominating them.
Yeah. Once Venezuela made that goal, I was like, all right, that's it. This is not going to be fun. There's not going to be an upset here. Then they went to penalty kicks and it was and they held up. I mean, that guy's going to get murdered when he goes back to his country, but it is what it is.
I thought Canada was the better team. They just looked better. They looked faster, stronger. They look better.
Ma-
They look
Ma-
like the best CONCACAF team that I've seen play so far.
Mac, would you say that it was more Canada being good, or would you say it's more Venezuela just played terrible?
They just couldn't finish the opportunities they had in the box. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't really. I mean, Canada played well, but I didn't think Venezuela was like dominated. But they did surprisingly. They did start sitting back pretty late in the game, like around minute 70, 75. I don't know
yeah,
why. They should have
yeah,
kept
yeah.
number 10 in a little short, like Messi dude, number 10 for Venezuela. That guy could play. He's small, man. I think he's like 5'5".
Yeah.
He had the
God
white,
dang.
like the
Yeah,
white bleached hair.
so that Soledo dude.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. What about Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, man? He's been pretty awesome this tournament, and he couldn't get off.
That guy plays for Argentina, bro.
Yeah.
Argentina. No, I mean I'm talking about the games that are coming up. 3 out of the 4 first quarter games, first round games, all went to penalty kicks, except for Colombia, Panama. So I was just talking about Argentina and the games that are, were present
Oh, they
tense.
scored the goal.
Yes. Jeez, man, guys, stick with me. Show me some respect. Jeez.
That's because we were talking about Canada. I got confused.
Well, obviously he's not a Canadian. I don't think there's any
No,
Martinez's on the team.
I guess that's kind of like a good
Segue.
yeah, segue. Thank you. Transition
That's
out
my
of
job. That's my job.
because they're playing now. Yeah, Argentina versus Canada. Wow, what a matchup, huh? Who you guys
Oh,
got? Who you guys got?
I don't know,
CONMEBOL's
bro.
CONMEBOL's current defending champion against the best of CONCACAF Canada.
I don't know, bro.
Mexico and USA
Please
couldn't even
rise.
couldn't even make it
What's
out of the
a
group.
what's a matchup from the opening game, and this time they're playing in. I guess technically Canada has the home field since they're playing at MetLife.
MetLife? No,
MetLife.
it's
Yes.
gonna be mostly Argentine fans.
No way. Come on, dude.
Yeah, they've been traveling if you've been like paying attention.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're right next to Canada. There's nobody going to miss that. But I'm sure the Canadians are so nice. They'll be like, "Oh, buddy, you want my ticket? Oh, here you go. Don't you know?
Sure thing, guy.
Take my ticket. If you really want to watch it, you're a big fan."
And then I just saw that my guy from Argentina is gonna start the game. Does a lot of the dirty work, a lot of running. Julian Alvarez is gonna start for Argentina.
Ooh.
The Man City forward.
Yeah, that guy. I really wanted United to sign him a year and a half ago, but they screwed up again. But anyways,
I don't know why he came off the bench the other game. That kind of didn't make any sense.
no, yeah, maybe not, but that's he doesn't like show it or like complain. He just does. He puts in a shift every time he gets playing time.
Well, he's used to it doing that at Man City,
Yeah,
but
bro leaves it all on the pitch.
Oh,
Guy
absolutely.
grind.
Oh, yes!
You know who that is for $5?
no,
Yeah.
I would have to hear it again.
Mac knows. You want to hear it again? Okay.
Oh, yes!
Should I just tell him who it is?
Dude, for $5. You know who that is? To the chat. Who do you know who
Oh.
that is?
Oh, I can't. I can't.
You guess. Go ahead.
Oh, it's Martin
You're-
Tyler.
Thank you. And the professor claims to be a professor. Yeah, professor of nothing. Hey, what about the doctor? Does he know about soccer?
Who's that?
No, not really.
Oh, I know who that is.
Dr. Z.
No, I wouldn't bring him on.
Oh,
He's
that would
pretty
be funny
stupid.
though. Yeah, that makes it even more entertaining. But what do you guys think about what's your kind of recap from Colombia and Panama? Anything real quick that you noticed? Anything that you found interesting? Was there anything that you saw that was stood out to you that might impact the next game?
It was an
Um,
ass whooping. That's about
y-
it.
yeah, I stopped watching at halftime when it was 3-0.
Gosh dang. So there's nothing that really stood out to you. Anything you want to comment on that game, or are we going to just gloss over it?
I mean,
I'd
from
say
the first,
gloss over it.
yeah, the first half is just the typical Colombia uh type of output, just the crazy pressing that they put out on the opposing team, and the what do you call it, the physical play. They especially with what's his face from Liverpool, um the dude with the afro, what's his name?
Uh, Jeff, I don't know.
No, it's
What's that guy's name? Let me think. Let me think.
Oh,
What's the,
Nunez? Nunez, right? Darwin Nunez?
no,
no, not
Oh,
Nunez. Come on.
what's his
Luis
name?
Luis Luis
I don't.
Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
That
he's pretty
guy's
good.
a freak. He's getting
Yeah.
he's getting more and more confidence to dribble 2, 3 guys at once. He's out there looking like a tall ass Juan Roman Riquelme, except he's Colombian.
Yeah, but it doesn't take much to look good when you're destroying a Panamanian team that destroyed the United States.
And
It's
then the other guy too, Richard. What's his name? Richard Rios or something. The guy on the opposite wing,
let me
Richard
ask you.
Rios.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think
You
if the
got
United
the
States
the noodle pair.
made it to this game, that they would show a better, a better challenge to Colombia?
They
Uh,
wouldn't lose 5-0, but they'd probably lose 3-0,
At
maybe
least,
three
at least,
one.
at least there'd be a home game. Let the Americans actually, believe that they can win. That's so disappointing when the home country loses. Just like,
nah, man, the Colombians would outnumber them.
you think
The
so?
fan? No, if you not, dude, the Colombian fans are traveling like crazy. You should have seen the Levi's. The fans at Levi's. It was all Colombia.
Wait,
It
you're
was,
in. Wait. What are you talking about? They have a Levi's in Holland.
yeah,
No, they when they played Brazil.
yeah. When they played
Oh,
Brazil at Levi's, it was all Colombian fans. The majority. It was
oh,
basically a home game. The
okay.
game was in what's it called? Medellin, basically, or what's the capital of Colombia?
I think
Cali,
it's what is
Bogota.
it?
Isn't it Bogota?
Bogota. I think it's
Is it?
Bogota. Yeah, I think you're
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's Bogota. Yeah, it was basically in Bogota, the game.
That's crazy. Well, that's they travel. I guess the South American teams are traveling better than the North American teams, huh?
Yeah, because this is their life, bro. This is it's in their blood.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's like I don't know what Canada has to root for other than that. I don't think there's any hockey right now. What other sports are in Canada?
No, they just play hockey and soccer, mostly
Yeah,
hockey. It would be funny if they won a championship in soccer before they won a
Oh,
Stanley Cup in hockey. That would be
they haven't
hilarious.
they haven't won a Stanley Cup.
not in a
Not
while.
in forever.
Wow, that is very interesting. I didn't know that. But then again, most of the teams in America are made up of Canadian and Russian and players. It's
Yeah,
not it's not mainly American, I don't believe, but
yeah.
everybody.
The last time the Canada has won a Stanley Cup, it was Montreal Canadiens. It was in 1993.
That's
Dang,
not crazy.
I was born that year.
I don't think that's crazy. I mean, some of these things when you look at like how long it took the Chicago Cubs to win a championship, how long it took the freaking Red Sox to win a championship.
Yeah, I was about to
That's
say.
I mean, come on, dude. It's like, okay, 20 years for what do they got? Like 3-4 teams? They might have got 3 teams, I think. Toronto,
Yeah, but that's their
Ottawa.
sport, dude. You know, you're the GM for them. It's like you got to win, and you know you got that home field advantage.
Yeah, I don't think they call it a field, but okay.
Home
Yeah, I get
ice,
what you're
home
saying.
ice advantage.
Yeah, home ice. Yeah. But what do you guys? Okay, now let's talk it to the probably the best game of the quarterfinals: Uruguay versus Brazil. What do you guys think about that game? What is your guys' take?
It was it
Oh,
was the best and most competitive game of all the rest
Well,
of
like
them.
I kind of already set that up, so you don't have to repeat me. But go ahead.
I thought Uruguay was gonna win it because I knew that that freaking Brazil was down a couple players.
Okay, yeah. Who were
The
they
only
missing?
problem they're missing their main forward, and the problem with like a lot of like, which I think it's a factor which no one really talks about. Like this game was in yeah, it was at 6 o'clock, but it was in Vegas. It's like 90 degrees over there. Like all these games
Interesting.
have been like super hot and humid where and then they just played their whole season. I think they're all kind of gassed out, especially playing in the United States during summertime. It's
That's
freaking hot,
yeah,
interesting.
dude.
yeah, fatigue is playing a factor for sure.
So now in the Uruguay Brazil game, who do you think had? I mean, what was the fan base like? Was it? I'm sure it was way more Brazilians, right?
No, it was. I think if I remember, there was slightly more Uruguayan fans in Brazil.
Holy smokes! I
I
can't believe
think
that.
it was closer. It was way closer than what you saw when Brazil played Colombia at Levi Stadium for sure.
It was probably like 60-40,
Yeah, that's
maybe
yeah,
55-45.
60-40 or 70-30, something like that. But
I would have gone to. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
the Brazilian women fans at the Las Vegas were way hotter than the ones that came to Stanford or to
Really?
Levi. Sorry.
Well, it's Vegas. You got like
Yeah,
some of
we
the
got
a
tons
lot of the
hotties.
showgirls, right?
And there was also some pretty hot Uruguayan fans too, like the chicks.
Like the girl in Professor's picture right here. Is she Uruguayan? Is that a
Yeah, minus the mustache.
minus the mustache, of course? Yeah, she's wearing an
Yeah.
Uruguay jersey. But I've never met an Uruguayan in my life. I'm still not sure if it's a country, but I'll take your word for it.
The problem with the Brazil game or the Brazil team, they kind of I don't see any fire. I don't see any. They don't have any swagger like the other Brazil teams have. They
Yeah, it's
usually
just
have some
Interesting.
swagger. Some they're just kind of just like, hey, yeah, I'm here, whatever. You know,
yeah,
Yeah,
there's no swag. There's no like because usually Brazilians are usually they play with swagger. They showboat. You know, it's kind of like street ball.
yeah,
I don't see any. I don't see anything out of these teams. They kind of
yeah.
lost their like, oh, it's Brazil. Oh, we got to be scared of them. Nowadays, it's
Absolutely.
like we could take them. We're not scared of these dudes.
That's interesting.
they had
What
a
do you think about
mystique
that, Mac?
again.
That's what I get from them.
No, like you said, they used to have a mystique, around it. It was like you already knew
Yeah,
once they stepped on the field. Oh, you knew their names. They were like mainstream, and now it's like, oh, Colombia can play. Uruguay's won before, though, right? They're. This is not
Yeah,
their first time being good, so it's.
it's
But
been a
no,
while though since they've won.
none of these
they're
guys
like a
are
yeah,
underdogs.
yeah. They're like a step below Brazil. But since they played Brazil so many times, they're like, we ain't scared of these dudes.
Yeah, they show up. They're not.
That's interesting. But what do you think about? So let's get your take on the next round, which starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Argentina versus Canada. How's it going to go? What's the outcome? Let's start with you, Professor.
I think it's like the opening game. I think Argentina takes care of Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if they get some home cooking. I don't
Ooh.
think didn't. I don't think Messi played the last two games, so he's been kind of hey take the week off, and then they've been kind of resting their dudes and they're basically getting ready for the final.
Okay, what's the score? What's your score?
2-0.
Okay, all right. You're not going to go crazy, and you're going to give Canada some respect for the home cooking up north. Mr. MetLife himself, Mac Albart, what do you say?
Have we confirmed that this round still goes straight to penalties after regular time?
We have not confirmed, but I mean, I would assume it would just keep with the same rules and regulations, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Um,
This ain't the NBA from 1997 where you have a first round that's a set of 5, and then this is Copa America. Come on. All right. So yeah, what's your take? Does that change your idea if it goes to overtime?
so if they keep for the semi okay, here it is. Yeah. So for quarterfinals, semifinals, and the third place match, with this I like this. Yeah, there's no extra time. They're gonna go straight to penalties.
For
So only
even
the
for the
final.
championship? Oh,
Yeah,
Only
so
for the final.
only the final has extra time, and I don't know. I'd have to check, but I hope if there is extra time in the final, I hope they have the golden goal rule enabled. That would be nice.
I doubt it.
no.
They haven't done that in like
But
forever.
but like you said, probably not. Just to keep more eyeballs.
Yeah.
Everybody likes penalty kicks. Penalty kicks, penalty kicks. That's all I want to see.
I don't
So
like penalty kicks.
since
I love
there's only 90 minutes, Canada needs to do pretty much what they've been doing, especially what you saw in the last game against Venezuela. Just try to get
yeah.
them on the counter, on the transition, because they're really good at that. And the press, since Messi's been really cold lately, and that midfield for Argentina's been struggling, especially in the was it 2 games ago or last game. I don't know if it's just the weird chemistry issue with their midfield. I don't know what's going on. I do like the 4-4-2 that they're playing, and it's not a static 4-4-2. You have like a bunch of different rotations every now and then. I'd be interested to see if Di Maria is going to play because he doesn't have the legs that he used to, and he didn't play against. What was that? What was that game where he didn't play at all?
I saw he's starting. He's starting.
Oh, he's starting. Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Because Canada's not, they're not slow. They got speed, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he deals with that because he's not young anymore. But Canada's got a shot. They just gotta not the back line has got to hold strong, and the keeper, I guess, don't get chipped again, and
Absolutely.
try to get them on the counter and try to hold on either 0-0 or 1-1 until the 90 minutes are up, and then just see if you could beat them in penalties.
Oh, I guess the professor's happy with your analysis. He's finished it. He's thoroughly demolished the analysis. Okay, what's
No,
your
he did a
score?
good. He did a good thing.
Yes,
I don't
he
blame
did.
him. If you're Canada, you play for penalties. That's what you do. That's your
Absolutely.
goal to win.
And that's why you don't like penalties, is because the best team doesn't always win, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's just like
Cheap.
it's like a coin flip. Anyone could win.
Well, it's not necessarily a coin flip. I mean, who's got the best goalie, right?
The goalie, and then someone just it's like someone could choke and get a little nervous.
Well, I have 4 kids, so I know one can slip through.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think you're
Yeah,
supposed to hit the rim shot button on that
Oh,
one.
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to spit it out instead of get past the goalie. Yeah, you got to get rid of that. Anyways, so what was your score, Mr. Mack? You didn't give me a score. He said 2-0
one,
for Argentina,
one,
Canada.
1-1, and then penalties. Canada wins.
Ooh, oh,
Oh.
Lord and Lord. Wait, you better stick to it. You better stick to it. So 1-1
Well,
and then penalties. And
I
what's
mean,
the penalty breakdown?
final score: Canada wins in penalties 4-2.
Okay, I gotta check out these odds. 4-2. Oh man, you're just going all homer Canada because
Messi misses again.
this
Oh,
is
and he
crazy.
cries.
Yeah, and he cries.
He cries into a pit of money. He's good. He's fine. I'm not crying for him. Not one little tear. Jeez
Oh,
Louise. He won't stay off my freaking television with assistencia. This is ridiculous.
the
Get,
Lowe's commercial.
get away from me.
Oh,
I
he
think I
does
think he
the one beer
films.
commercial.
I
I
think
see
he's
him on the one
filming.
beer commercial.
Oh,
Oh,
the Corona.
he's on everything. He's on everything. All right.
Yeah, I
He's the
don't.
one people that
I can't
Americans
wait
know.
till he retires. Like, just leave, bro. I don't want to see you anymore. I never
Oh,
liked him.
he's not
You
going
think he plays
anywhere.
on the World Cup? He has to,
Uh,
right? Or do you
I
think
Yes.
I
no?
I think he has to. I think they have to take him, even as a sub. Cause, bro, it's Mexico, USA, Canada World Cup. I mainly just Mexico, USA. Like, there's too much like of a marketing opportunity there to not take him. They're gonna have
Well,
to drag his ass there.
Yeah.
the
Even
freaking
if he doesn't play.
the whole thing is like the finals in Miami. He plays in Miami. It's like, come
It,
on, dude.
it's
Like,
unfortunate. I do kind of feel bad a little bit for him that the World Cup that's gonna be in, I don't know if it's the one after this one or in two more World Cups. They're gonna have the Uruguay, Argentina, and I
it's the
think
next one.
Peru
It's
World Cup
yeah, it's gonna be
or
there,
Chile.
and then it's gonna be in those three countries, like the starter, and it's also gonna be in like Spain and somewhere else in Africa. And I know
Yeah,
the final's gonna be where Real Madrid plays.
yeah,
That's
it's
where the
gonna be
whole
like
final's gonna be.
a real World Cup.
Yeah, they're gonna be on like different sections of the world.
Cause then
Yeah, it's Uruguay. Yeah, it's Uruguay, Argentina, and some other garbage country.
cause then
Interesting.
he could have either played in Argentina and then maybe they could have like shithoused their way to another final, and I don't know, maybe he could have won another World Cup, or I don't know. It would have been, I guess, cool to see that, but unfortunately it didn't. He's already won enough, so go away, Messi. Go back to Rosario,
Just like
No offense.
Ronaldo, he's done.
or
Yeah, he's
go to
done.
Miami and just stay there. I don't know. Go back to
Well,
Spain. I don't know.
no offense to Messi if he's watching. We want you on the show. Please, we extend our invite to you again. It doesn't look like it got to you, but come on the show. We'll take you anytime. So for the next game, well,
Just
speaking of speaking,
just don't expect me to be there here if he comes on.
okay. Any,
Hmm.
Oh,
anyways,
geez,
so
those odds are kind of crazy.
yeah, maybe you want to jump on this,
Yeah,
Mr.
bet
Mac.
$100.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I mean, I would
Is
like to
this just
see
to make it to the final or to win the whole thing?
win the whole thing,
Oh,
obviously.
okay, yeah. Put
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah, I guess. There's your boy.
Bleh.
Uh, I want to see what the odds are for this game.
He's a
Like,
cheater. He used growth hormones.
for what? Growing his freaking head or what? It's not growing much. But so what do you think about the next game, Mister Professor? You got Colombia versus Uruguay. Uruguay. What did you who did you pick to win it all last time we spoke? I think you picked Venezuela, right?
Well, that was my my dark horse.
Okay, what did you pick to win it all then?
I don't remember who I picked it, but
Yeah,
if I would
listen to
have,
this. Oh
if I
my
don't,
gosh.
you only told us to give you a
No,
freaking
no, I'm pretty
dark
sure I
horses.
asked you to pick a champion because I know that Mr. Mac picked Uruguay, so you know. But if you want to, I'll have to go back and look at the tape. Go ahead. What's your take on Colombia versus Uruguay? What is gonna? And I'm gonna hold you to this. I'll remember this time.
If I had to remember and who I would pick and who I would still pick, it would probably be Colombia.
Ooh, interesting. So let me
I
get. I
think
mean,
it was Colombia.
what do you think is going to happen with this game here with Colombia versus Uruguay?
This
Do you
one,
think?
I think it's going to be a really tight game. I could see it going 1-1 or 0-0, and it's going to go to penalties.
Well, this is very interesting because if your theory about the long season, they had a heck of a game against Brazil as opposed to Colombia, who had a cupcake and sat their players versus Panama. I mean, this would really, really favor your theory. So interesting enough. And if it goes to penalty kicks, it could go either way. So, I mean,
Yeah, especially Uruguay. They just played in I don't know where, I don't remember. I think Colombia played in Phoenix. I'm not 100% sure, but I know
okay.
Uruguay. They just played in Vegas, and I know this past week in Vegas it was super hot.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. 118 in Death Valley. So, I think
Hey,
it was 128 actually.
it's
But
crazy.
what's your score? You said it's going to penalty kicks. You said 1-1.
It's going to be 1-1 in regular time, and then they win in penalties.
Colombia.
Yes,
And what's the penalty score?
I'll give it a 4-3.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what's your take, Mr. Mack? How's this going to go?
I think Uruguay wins 3-2.
Whoa! So we're not even gonna see penalties. Interesting, and
I hope not.
that's a high scoring game.
Yeah,
Wow.
because the way both these teams have been playing, you should see back and forth nonstop.
Oh
They
yeah, there's
just
gonna
they
be
just
some
need to
action.
be able to finish, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow,
'Cause
interesting.
they can both get within a range of the goal. I just wish they
Yeah.
could have been playing on the normal official regulation size fields because they've been playing on small fields, smaller, shortened pitches.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I think it's like about 5 yards shorter in like length, and like 5 yards shorter in like width, or 5 feet or 5 yards, something like that.
you could really tell in the Uruguay Brazil game how
Oh,
close the half circle was to the 18 of each side.
the way that you say Uruguay is just so disgusting. I hate when you say that. Ugh.
Well, Uruguay,
Ugh. Just say it right,
Uruguay,
bro. Holy smokes.
Uruguay. Yeah, I got
You're a
Uruguay 3-2 over Colombia.
you're
If we
away.
get Argentina Uruguay, I'm betting I'm taking a third mortgage out of my house for Uruguay to win because before it was like a friendly. I don't remember if it was a friendly or a qualifying game.
Okay.
Uruguay went to
Oh
Argentina
my
and they beat them convincingly. They ran them off the field.
really?
Yeah, in their home too. I'm trying to remember which stadium it was. I don't remember if it was River Plate's home or Boca Juniors home, but Uruguay made them their bees, their prison bees.
Oh, dang. That's what I'm
They showed
talking
the
about.
Vagine.
Yeah, they gaped them out.
Holy smokes. Yeah, but now you're facing Colombia, so 3-2 he says. What do you think about that, Shakira?
Good. Good morning, Glenn.
Oh,
Yeah, It was it was in November,
Thank you,
and
Kira.
Uruguay beat them 2-0 at La Bombonera,
Who would you
and
rather have on your screen,
it was
Shakira or Messi?
a World Cup qualifying game.
Oh, that's an easy one. I'd take Shakira all day, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in the home of Boca Juniors.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who's famous from Uruguay.
Like famous celebrity?
Well, I mean, what do you, I don't know what the opposite of that question is.
Or like
Really,
soccer
you really
player?
broke my brain right now.
Because I mean, I guess the only one you could say for both is Luis Suarez, but he barely plays because he's old now.
Well, who's the most famous entertainment wise?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. But who's the most famous Canadian?
Probably Celine Dion.
I guess, yeah, you might be right, but I mean,
Her heart will go on.
I suppose, but not Canada. They won't go on. So it looks like it's plus 650 for Canada in this game. So you bet 100, you win 650. And for Colombia, Uruguay, you're getting pretty much even money for both. So that's a coin flip. That's very interesting. Argentina heavy favorite. You're not getting anything for it. So yeah, drop 100 on Canada to, I would say, to win it all, right? Better than the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna win or not. I don't think they would. I don't think a CONCACAF team has ever even won the Copa America.
I don't care what hasn't happened. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to put my money on it. What's your best bet for this particular semifinal, Mr. Professor, before we go to Euro Cup?
Your best bet. Man,
not your worst.
Value-wise, you're not getting much with anything. I guess I would do Argentina and maybe draw no bet.
Oh,
what is the draw no bet?
I have to say, here we go. We got the boy. Here we go. Let me see. How should I bring him in? All right, here we go. What's up, player? We got MK Ultra over here. MK for Alejandro. What's up, bro? That nickname, yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. What is that when you play soccer? Is that what your number on your back is, or what?
Well, what are we talking about?
MK, and then you got the 4.
Oh, that's just the generation of my car, MK4.
Oh,
Mark,
okay.
where are hot dogs at?
Yeah, you're supposed to put something with soccer.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Always menu. My bad.
Oh,
Daniel wanted a kielbasa.
Oh yes!
For some reason, my headphones are not turning on. Give me a minute.
Oh, that's okay. All right, we can still see your face. So, all right, Argentina, Canada. What's your take and what's your score?
All right. Well, obviously the CONCACAF didn't have anything better to offer. Those freaking losers from Mexico and the U.S. squad couldn't make it. So
yeah.
Well, it's already a given, dude. Canada, it's not going to cut it. So,
I bet you said the same thing when Venezuela played Canada. So, you're just going to give me the same thing. They have no chance. So the professor, he pointed out that it's going to be up north in MetLife Stadium over there in New York. Maybe you're going to get a large Canadian presence. Does that make any difference to you?
Well, maybe. Well, we know for a fact that soccer or real football, it's still not that big here in the States, or even in Canada, for that matter. So it's not like we're watching the Stanley Cup or anything like that, where there's a large amount of people watching this event.
Exactly. Yeah.
But but I mean, if we are honest, Argentina is going to take this one, and I am hoping that Colombia makes it to the
Wait.
final.
Before you go there, what's your score for Argentina, Canada?
Oh, I'd say.
Because I'm going to hold you to this.
All right, I'd say an easy 4-1.
Oh, you hear that, Canadians out there? He's showing you no respect, no love. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So let's go down to Uruguay versus Colombia. What's your take on that game? Good game, by the way.
It is definitely going to be a good game, dude.
Yeah.
My take is Colombia's going to take it because they've been playing way better. They've definitely been playing way better than any other CONMEBOL team.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't know if you watched the game between Uruguay and Brazil. Like, it wasn't that big of a like they weren't doing much, right? I mean, they both. I can't really say that both of them had a great team, a great squad, because they didn't.
Yeah.
But I think Colombia is going to make it to the final.
Yeah, it's funny because Professor was just saying how Brazil kind of doesn't have that mystique anymore, and these teams are just not. They're not like. What were you saying, Professor? Go ahead.
I said they're not scared of them anymore. They don't got that swagger anymore.
Well, I don't think it was the swagger, dude. I think if anything, it was the skill that the quality of Brazil players had. You know what I mean? I think it's not just a handful. And the crazy part is that most of the players in Brazil play like in England, because I would say one of the better leagues out in the world, I would say it's the Premier League.
Yeah.
But there's been a study. I was actually reading about that. I can't think of his name. He's actually from Uruguay as well, and he was talking about how soccer is going to become less and less popular because players no longer have that ability to shoot from outside the box, or not the ability, but like they want to drive the ball all the way to the net. Like they don't shoot from outside the box, or like you don't have
Individuality.
Like shooting the ball. Like I don't know if you remember, like the Brazilian Ronaldo back in the day, how he used to kick the ball so hard that it used to just curve. Or
Wow.
not Ronaldo, but Ronaldinho and all of those.
Yeah.
But so that this guy was talking about how the current players don't have that ability anymore, and so soccer is going to become a little more stagnant, more or less popular, I would say, per se.
Well, why do you think that is, Mr. Mack? Go ahead, Professor.
I agree with them because it's like before it used to be like just go do what you do, go attack 1-on-1, do this, do that, and now it's like, oh, you have to play within the system.
Yeah,
play
exactly.
Within the system,
and that's what.
So now
that's
they
what
get
Manchester.
stuck in. They get stuck to it. Where before it's like when you're young, it's like just go do what you do. Go beat the person 1-on-1. They can't beat the person 1-on-1 anymore because they're so used to playing in the system. Well, when the system doesn't work, they don't know what to do. They can't just go make out. They just can't go and make a play.
Well, it's just Pep Guardiola. He's, I guess we could call him one of the best coaches there is currently. But his style of play doesn't allow for players to shoot outside the box like he wants. He wants players to work more as a unit, and so slowly, they're losing that. What the other coach? I can't. Man, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. I think it's like Stoke City or something like that. But it's still it's a coach that's from Uruguay.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Mac? What do you think about that? Is the game changing or?
Yeah, no, it's been like that for a while now. It's just getting. It's been more. It's more obvious now in the big tournaments. It's all been possession based, and the players since they're young, little, especially in the academies, the big academies, they get that drilled out of their heads. The individual like flair, play. They want them to be like robots, basically.
Wow.
It's another
So
cog in a football machine.
it's the end of what do they call that? An end of
I mean,
style of play.
there's no traditional tens anymore. There hasn't been a traditional 10 in I don't know what 10 years. Like a big
Oof.
number 10.
Yeah,
Like the closest you have is the guy from Colombia, James, right?
yeah. James, he's really good. He could have become a better player if Real Madrid wouldn't have treated him the way that they did, because he lost his momentum as soon as he joined Real Madrid.
Yeah, after that World Cup where he was super hot,
Yeah,
he lost it.
yeah, because they wouldn't give him minutes to play, so he lost that fire. And I mean, I understand you have to play as a team, but certain players have certain qualities. It's like some players have like that strength in their foot to where when they kick the ball, you know, it goes in. You know what I mean?
I mean, if once we get talking about the Euros, you see what's happening with like Phil Foden, all these guys on England playing like out of position, and they don't seem to
Oh,
be
jeez.
finding each other's like they don't have any chemistry.
Oh,
That
don't
doesn't
bring
make
up
any sense.
England. These guys just love England. They're big England fans. Yeah, but yeah. Let's go over to the Euro Cup. Let me ask you real quick, Mister A. What is who's going to win the Copa America?
Who do I think, or who do I want to win?
No, who is going to?
Colombia.
Ooh, interesting. Well, now I'm curious. Who do you want to win? Canada.
Colombia.
Oh, okay.
Colombia.
Well, then it's the same thing. Why are you giving me two questions? This freaking guy, huh?
He's trying to
No,
trick you.
dude. But you know what though? I don't like the fact that, and I don't know what channel, what network you guys were watching most of these games. That every
We watch
time,
all our shows on Get Your Angle Sports, but go ahead.
so every time the narrators, right, they would get a chance, they would go and criticize Ronaldo when like he's not even part of the Copa America. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Messi is this, Messi is that, but in reality, all they brought Messi, or the reason why they brought Messi into the MLS is just as marketing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you said that because like literally right before you got on, we just went through a whole thing about Messi and how he won't go away and he's all over the place and he's pretty much on his last leg. But do you think it's kind of set up for him?
The finals in Miami. He plays in Miami.
Yeah.
We all know what they want to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. They're kind of setting it up for Argentina win the whole thing. Messi rides off in the sunset, and they get Miami team MLS gets a ton of money, right?
Well, I guess if we look at the brackets, they kind of made it to where a team from CONCACAF was supposed to play Argentina either on the semifinal or quarterfinal. You know what I mean? but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just so happened that Mexico didn't deliver, and U.S. also just they lack that that I guess tenacity, or
Tenacity. Jeez, losing to Panama. My gosh. I mean, what can you say, right? Your team didn't put forth the valiant effort, huh?
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
let's.
But then again, the bracket was designed for at least U.S. or Mexico to play Canada. I mean, to play Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah. That's true. The setup is there. All these football systems and the hierarchies, they're all set up just it's a money grab. It's crazy how corrupt they are. I don't care, what system it is or what hierarchy it is. It's would you say it's the most corrupt you know,
Well,
like
we talking about
like
FIFA
I'm
or
talking about FIFA. I'm talking about CONCACAF. I'm talking about all these places. Right when you get up high, it seems like football has a real problem with corruption. Or do you think it is the same as NFL, NBA, or anything else?
oh,
well,
they're worse. They're way
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, they're way worse. I think because you can literally get whatever you want. The Olympics too is so totally corrupt. But
Well, just look at they had the last World Cup in Qatar. They didn't
Quick
yeah,
no
thought.
need to have the freaking World Cup in Qatar.
in the
Yeah,
desert.
Saudi Arabia is already pretty much guaranteed the 2030 or 2030 something World Cup.
Yeah, and they
They
might
yeah.
move up if
literally
they
had
pay
to
more
change.
money.
The World
Well,
Cup's always in the summer. They
you
literally
can
had to
always
change it to the winter.
to the winter. It was the first time ever.
Might as well. Yeah, with
Well,
enough money, you can do anything. It's amazing.
yeah. With with anything, you could say just follow the money. Follow the
Hey,
money.
with
That's the
enough
answer, dude.
money, you can move the Winter Olympics to Qatar. I'd love to see that. Yeah, you got
No, they'll move the
skiing.
Summer Olympics. They're
Oh,
like, hey, the
you're talking.
Summer Olympics, it's going to be in December this year.
Oh, wow, yeah. It wouldn't even be cold. It'd still be hot over there, but I don't think they
But
get a winter.
if you want my honest opinion when it comes to talent and not giving them a chance,
Yeah,
whether it's in Mexico or whether it's here in the States, dude, uh, the scouts, what they're looking for now is they're looking for the next superstar. Who's going to sell more shirts. You know what I mean? They're not,
interesting.
because there is so much talent, dude. Like there's so many good soccer players that could be part of the U.S. squad, but
Yes.
they're not going to generate money. They're not going to sell T-shirts. They're not going to,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and,
There's not
and,
enough
and it
money.
comes down to that. It comes down to freaking money. It's like for the same reason that Mexico is not doing so well is because they abandoned funding like the youth squads. Because I don't. I mean, I'm sure you just recently started following soccer, but back in the day, Mexico,
Ah,
Mexico, the youth, the under 17 were like always winning the World Cup, dude. Consistent. They were consistent, dude. And there were
yeah.
some great players. And then as they grew, as they got older, they didn't give them the chance to play in the big leagues. You
They
know what I
didn't
mean?
develop.
What do you think about that, Mac? He's been following the under 17 league very closely. He keeps their player cards and everything in his room.
No, I don't.
Especially the winners.
The lower the age, he's more. He knows more about. It's amazing. Under 12, he's right there, scouting,
No,
scouting, scouting. He's very dedicated.
it's not true.
No. Come on. What do you think about the development of the Mexican national team?
No, he's right. That's all true.
Well, I want you to add on to it. I don't just
They
want you to,
don't. I
kiss his
mean,
butt.
it's just all a good old boys group. The people in charge of everything of the whole structure. They don't allow. They stop doing what do you call it? Relegation and ascension in the first division, the second, third division. I don't know how many divisions they used to have, but they don't have relegation anymore. So that
Dang.
doesn't help the growth of the whole thing, and they don't allow, or they didn't want. I guess they didn't allow their players to go overseas. They didn't want to sell their players.
Right, right.
The problem is they're so comfortable in Mexico making millions, being
Yeah, that
superstars.
too.
They'd
They don't
rather
want.
be a big fish in a little pond than a little fish in a lake.
Well,
They'd rather take the
Oh,
money and not have the competition.
this guy I think he from like Univision, I think, right? Like the Univision Deportes, I think it was. He started criticizing the Mexican players because he said that they're worried about who has the better car, who's got the best tattoos, who's dating the best girls. You know, they're no
wow.
longer have the passion or the or like being that it's an honor to wear their national jersey. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And and
Absolutely.
then nowadays that everybody and their mother has their own podcast, uh, no,
Absolutely.
a lot of these players that they weren't given the chance to join the national team, they went onto this like podcast and stuff like that, and they were talking about the reason why they didn't make it into like
Dirty
the
dog.
big leagues. It was because the scouts were asking their parents for money, and obviously the parents didn't have the money, to pay money up front to these scouts in order for them to like sign them up to like whether it was Chivas, whether it was Cruz Azul, Club America and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so part of the problem, lies there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't want to say the same thing, but I can guarantee you that some of the same issues we're having here in the states, because these scouts they want to put their names on the top by saying, "Oh, I'm bringing top quality players, that are going to sell T-shirts and stuff like that."
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we don't have good quality players in the states. We do. Most of our good players are playing Germany. Dude, they're playing in the Bundesliga. They're playing in the Premier League. Uh,
So why don't
but
they come back?
they don't ask because you have to be asked to play, dude. You can't just volunteer.
Oh, I
You
see.
have to make the squad.
So why don't they ask them?
I don't know,
Is
dude.
it so? Let me
You
ask you
gotta.
something. Kind of like what we have in the NBA with Bronny James just being picked because he's LeBron's son. Is it something like that in USA soccer where they're like, "Oh, that's my
Who?
guy. That's my guy."
It's like, who do you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
who?
yeah.
Yeah. So